Hey everybody, back with another video. Jack Lick's Arcade repair journey here, and I've been on a pole position journey for quite some time, obviously, if you watch my videos. And this is not my pole position board, so this is the first pole position board I'm going to work on that's not mine. And this box was dated as shipped in oh crap. When was it? When did it ship? June of 2008. June of 2008, and I don't know if it's ever seen the light of day since then. So who knows what we're getting ourselves into. There's quite a bit of dust, probably from the disintegration of the foam that's in between the boards here. So I want to avoid making a mess, so let me pause this and get a better spot for this. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to vacuum. So first thing is the, gosh, what do you call this right here? I can't remember. I don't know why I never can think, but anyway, it's bent right here. As you can see here, the frame to the cage is bent. So we'll see if we can get this off. Oh my god. Alright, cool. And you can see, hopefully you guys can see, damn, I couldn't think, EMI, you know, interface board for electromagnetic interference, I guess, or something like that. But anyway, it looks like they've done a mod to jump probably the power over here, because it looks like it's kind of burnt on the card edge. So that's something we're going to have to fix. Typically, most people don't have these, they take these boards off because it's just like another thing, another connection that can go bad. And now you got two card edges to fix and stuff instead of one. But let me see if I can get this all the way out. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to vacuum. I got the board out and I'm making a mess. There's no screw holding it in on one of these. You can see the EMI interface board is jacked up. This fell off, which is the connector board at the end, so I have to clean that up. But regardless, it's not that interesting. Beyond, let's see. Thank God there's no battery. So this thing might work. Just a little bit of corrosion, not bad at all. Yeah, this board is clean from battery corrosion, which is nice. Thank goodness somebody cut that thing off. Alright, so let me get this thing off of this real quick. Alright, I got the boards out and vacuumed my floor a little bit. Both the Rev C boards. This one is serial number, let's see there, 09417. 9417 Rev C on the video board. I can't find any serial number on the CPU board, but it is also a Rev C. Let's see, everything looks pretty much stock. I don't see any chips that were replaced, just some heat stress right there. And obviously the card edge, I need to address that before I power it on. I'll clean that up, it'll take me 2 seconds. Here we have a RAM that was replaced. What is that, 9128, I can't remember, that's like there's three different equivalent numbers there. And then this, by the clock, this 163 was replaced. But other than that, I don't see any other work being done on these boards, which is always nice. You don't have to worry about other people's mess ups, so, including my own. Alright, so A lot of corrosion on the chips, especially the customs, but I'm going to fix the card edge and then power it up and let's see what we get. Do you think it will work? We'll find out. Alright, quick card edge repair. Nothing else has been done. Let's power it on. RAM 0. Well, that's not too bad actually, because that could be coming through here. But RAM 0 right away. Push everything down. Yep, RAM 0 right away. Alright, let me see if I want to troubleshoot this before taking out all the chips. I think I do want to troubleshoot it somewhat. Yeah, it says RAM 0, so it could be one of these chips here or something feeding it. But the good news is we have clock and it's booting up. It's obviously reading the ROM and stuff, so I think RAM 0, I think that's good news. I think it's on the video board, maybe. Alright, 8F, which is RAM 0. RAM 22. Oh boy. Alright, let me see what RAM 22 is. But at least that was a bad RAM. We'll keep going with what the diagnostic says. Okay, RAM 22 is a 8J. Just replaced it. Now we get RAM 0? What the hell? That's not right. Do we have some flakiness going on here? Maybe it's not the RAM after all. We were led astray. And I haven't tested the bad RAMs yet. RAM 0. Interesting. Alright. Time for me to get creative. Okay, I figured it out. It actually is my interconnect. When I was building this, I heated up one pin too much and it's a little jacked up. And if I have it this way, actually I don't know if this was the case or not, but if I have it this way, it was on pin 52, which is data buffer line 6. And if I have it this way, it's like H reset or something like that. And I don't know if it was that pin or not, but plugging it in that way, it works. It wasn't actually this RAM at all. Or I also removed these customs here and like 3H, 4H, etc. These 4 customs here, which have to do with the Z8002s talking to this side of the video board through those data buffer lines. So I don't know. Could have been sockets, could have been my little interconnect, but let me hook it back up, show you. There is one little graphics glitch that we need to fix, but I am going to go ahead and remove all these chips and stuff. Alright, let's see if I lied. Oh, it looks unstable. See? Something just happened. What just happened? Oh boy. Reseat the connector. Everything else should be fine. Yeah, it's a little jerky, which is kind of strange. It's like jumping right now. Wasn't like that before. It wasn't jumpy like that. Anyway, the graphics glitch is kind of like has to do with the car. It loses like some color at certain points. Let me see. Yeah, now it's weird and jumpy, which it wasn't doing before. See, there's some type of graphics glitch on this car up here. Boom, see? Goes like invisible or something as it gets closer. right there, he turned and it went like invisible or something. So the next step is I am going to clean the board. I should have probably just done that first. Remove all the chips, clean the chip legs, etc. Do the same thing on the video board, and then come back. Yeah, definitely some flakiness with my little bench test setup here. And also, I think, because I put the boards vertical and put the original connector, this connector on there, and it was not happy, but I don't know if it was this connector or just because the boards being in that versus laying flat. But here I have my pin, my bad pin on my harness here is pin 5, which is, no, pin 1, 3, 5, 7, pin 7, which is ground. And I found something else out that's, which obviously it doesn't matter, you know, the pin, this is going to ground, it's going to ground. This is like -1 ground if it doesn't make good contact. Whereas on the other side, it's on the underneath side, the even pins are more likely to be doing stuff. More of the even pins are tied to, you know, data lines and stuff like that. Which kind of brought me to another discovery. Alright, so if I can work around this camera thing. So pin 1 on the schematic of the CPU board for this card edge says it's supposed to be tied to ground, but it is not. This is ground, like obviously this is ground right here. Pin 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, all are all tied to ground, as you can see here. They're all tied to ground. Pin 1 is supposed to be tied to ground, but it's open. What's interesting is pin 2 is actually supposed to be open, but it is tied to ground. See how I'm coming underneath? Pin 2 is actually tied to ground. And it really, I don't think it should be. Now, it's a 1-for-1, so pin 1 on the CPU board, pin 1 on the video board. And pin 1 is grounded. So you have pin 1, which isn't connected to anything, connected to pin 1, which is connected to ground. This is where it gets interesting. Pin 2 is actually pulled high through this 2K resistor here. I'll just show you here real quick, if you can see that, zoom out. Pin 2 to 5 volts. No, 5 volts is right here. That capacitor. 2.269. I know you probably can barely see it. And same with pin 4. I mean, they're tied to one of these pins over here. Let me put it back on. Right there. Is it? Yeah, it must be tied to pin 1 of that resistor. Very interesting, right? Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'm just figuring out the pin out of that resistor. Oh crap, you couldn't see it? Pin 2 is tied to pin 1 of this resistor. So what you end up having is a ground pin, pin 2, tied to the CPU board, the video board, pin 2, which is getting pulled high. That doesn't make any sense. Now that pin 2, it does not do anything, but it seems like a total screw up. In my opinion, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Alright, the CPU board is all clean. Every chip legs were clean, dremeled, Tarnex, whatever was appropriate. And then some Deoxit D100 put on every single socket. honestly, this board had a little bit of corrosion right there, but I'm going to clean that up a little bit more and get the leads, the battery leads out of there. But still, this board is in great shape. Every single socket actually looked, good. Not a lot of oxidation or anything. I think only this one had a little bit of discoloration. The rest of them, aren't bright and shiny like new ones. Anyway, but they were good enough. I put my interconnect back the way it was because honestly, I don't think it was the interconnect. I think it was just these chips not making great contact, not being clean and stuff. So let's see if I'm right. Boom. Looks like it's rock solid. I thought it might be my interconnect, but really I think it was, I would use a fiberglass pencil on the edge card edge fingers and stuff and clean that up. But yeah, the video board still has that little bit of issue where you can see like the sprites there are messed up on the car when he turns right. No, I guess it's not when he turns right. It's just weird. Something's going on. Just at certain spots when it overlaps some certain other sprites or something, or graphics. But you can see here, see the discoloration there, especially on that custom there. But most of these are probably okay, but I'm still going to do the same thing. Remove all the chips, clean all the legs, small, just a little bit of toilet bowl cleaner just to get some stuff off there. I just like using it, I don't know why. And then I rinse and dry in this board, and then we can look at the video board. Okay, video board's done. Had to go away for some work, so it's been about a week or so. But all the chips clean. I ran out of Tarnex, so I didn't do Tarnex on the customs, just the Dremel, but every chip was Dremeled. Now 4D is the only custom I had to fix some legs on. And what pin is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, I think 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 9. Pin 9 was broken, and I had to dig out the broken leg out of the socket. I don't know if it was broken already or it broke when I was pulling it out. And then pin 15 as well I had to fix, but that could have been from me dremeling it. So I'm not sure if that was our problem or just cleaning the sockets and cleaning the chips will fix our video board issue. But I haven't powered it on yet. Let's hope everything works right. Alright, that's good news. Looks like it's booting. Nope, still have our little graphics issue right there. Yeah, some weird issues, and it's when the cars go from far to near. So I had a video on that before. There was some weird little flash right there as well. But if it only happens when cars are going from near to far, I had a video called size matters or size enable matters or something like that, I'm not sure. But that doesn't make sense either. I don't know, I wonder what's wrong. Something's wrong with the graphic video board. I put the original RAM back in, and that seems to be obviously passing self-test, so it's probably not a RAM issue. Alright, I'm going to have to dig into this a little bit, try to figure out what that is. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of jumpiness and flashing happening. Alright, I figured I would check the easiest things first, so I wanted to verify the ROMs. And these three are giving me problems. So I came over here, I'm just going to hold it real quick, put in my This is my B&K864, by the way, or LNIC Lab Prog. Select device, no, device options. So on this one, if you guys can see that, has an insertion test, and it will verify after reading the ROM, and it will verify it twice at plus or minus 10%, or you could go to plus or minus 5%. And you can enable or disable that as well. So I've already done that, but just to give you an idea, I'm going to hit read. Oh crap, let me refine my programmer. Alright, read. And you see it says verifying device at VCC max error. And you can see where, you know, it's getting what it's on the device, it's saying 08, but in buffer it read 00. So when it read the ROM, it read 00, but then the device is reporting 08. So it's up at these different addresses. So something's jacked up, and it was doing that for all of them. And I can come in and you can change the device options to let's see here. Read, verify once at 5%. Yep, and it verified bad again, even at minus 5%. Different addresses and stuff. So I thought these ROMs were bad. So what I did is I actually, and here's the other thing that's interesting, is these ROMs, some of them are the same as pole position 2, but like here at 3L, it says it's a hopefully you can see that. It says it's a 127 ROM, but when you read it, there is no 127, I don't think, in MAME. It reads as a 158. That's a 159. This is a 151 versus 120. 153 versus 122. So with the EPROMs on the graphics board, they're actually numbered differently than what the masked ROMs read, as far as like what the code is. Like this is a 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, but this would be a 124 if it was a masked ROM, for example. And MAME doesn't have that, so it's kind of confusing. But regardless, let's power this puppy on. And you can see it looks fixed. I also have my audio wired up. I have all 4 audio channels going to my mono amplifier on my PVM. So, but you can see here, it looks much better. I mean, and honestly, I don't see any issues really. You see the cars turning, no issues. There is that little flash of a glitch. I don't know what the heck that is. That was there before. It like just flashes something all of a sudden. The other thing, actually, yeah, I'm going to change this. Whenever you see one of these counters, especially by the clock area replaced, make sure it's an S. Whoever replaced this before me put in a 74 LS 163 versus a 74 S 163, and it does call for an S. So hopefully I have one. That might be our little, quick glitch, honestly, because this might not be, 100% keeping up timing wise, because I just ate and I'm about to hiccup. Alright, so anyway, let me burn some ROMs and replace these, and then also replace this with a S163 if I have one. Okay, I have the 3 ROMs reburnt, and I put the original with some tape, the label on there, and I also replaced the 163 LS with an S. I mean, that's the gate delay on an LS is like, I think 15 nanoseconds, and this is like 5 nanoseconds. It definitely makes a difference. Or it could, I guess. But it probably does when it's near a clock circuit operating at like 6 megahertz or something. And it looks good. Graphics right there is fine. I don't know if the 163 was causing that little bit of glitch. It's gone now, but I've had the board. Oh, is it gone? I don't know. I might have just saw it. But maybe with the board up, I just saw it. So I don't think that's related. I have no idea where that little, see that? I have no idea what that's about. But as the boards warm up, it doesn't seem like it does it anymore. And I'm not going to spend time trying to track that thing down. That looks like, I have no idea how I'd figure that out without doing some serious comparison and stuff. Otherwise, that looks pretty good. Working pole position 2. I'm not going to test it in the cabinet on this video, but I probably will before I give it back to the arcade buffet. But otherwise, pretty simple. Clean the boards, verify ROMs. You know, I got sidetracked with the initial debug, and so that kind of goes to show you, and also my interconnect, which I have a feeling is fine. But it goes to show you, like, cleaning the boards, getting the connectivity. I mean, starting with a good base, obviously, especially on these pole position boards, is important. I did clean up the battery right there, and I will still remove those, but it's clean. I mean, there's not really anything I need to do there. So, alright guys, that's it. Another pole position working. Cheers.